And we're back to IGN's E3 live show with a very special treat. It may seem like yesterday, but Marvel vs. Capcom 2 hit arcades 10 years ago. What followed was a crazy fan base and lots of people asking for another sequel. Well, your prayers have been answered because MVC3 is finally coming. With us is Capcom's esteemed fighting guru, Seth Killian.
How's it going, Seth?
Great to be here.
Hey, I'm glad to see this game finally.
You and me both. I think there's been the entire internet's been waiting on this one, and it's finally here.
What took so long?
Bunch of lawyer stuff.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Marvel was a really small company when we started working. They're a comic book company. They weren't really small, but obviously they've blown up since then, some major brands, so a lot more competition for their characters, but they always loved the games we made for them, and obviously we wanted to do another one of these, so finally got it together, and their lawyers and our lawyers had a big hug, and now we've got MVC3.
Right on. So what's like the general idea of the game? What are your main aims?
Well, there's a few. So basically, to get the game done, first of all, but then, I mean, we've of course got new characters that we've got a few of them showing off here today. We've got Dante from Devil May Cry, Deadpool, of course, aka or from Deadpool, and also Chris Redfield from the Resident Evil series. So we've got a giant cast coming as well, around 30 plus characters.
That's the number you're going with, is 30 plus?
Yes, 30 plus.
And so far, at this point, we've got, what, 10?
Yeah, we've got 10 out here playable today, so 3 totally brand new. But even the returning characters that you'll remember, like Ryu from Street Fighter, have a bunch of new juice that you won't have seen before, so definitely check them out. But we're also trying to marry the game with more of a comic look, but also a lot of sort of comic book touches throughout the game, as well as finally sort of apologizing for Marvel 2's non-existent story. With a improved story here in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So really,
I really love the ending scene in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Thank you for playing.
Yes.
Please give us more quarters.
And a big boat, right?
Yeah, Ruby Heart's big boat. There you go.
So I can see a lot of story going on here.
Yeah, so story's great and all, but of course what it really comes down to is the action.
Absolutely.
You see Deadpool on screen there. He's doing a little moonwalk. He's got his guns. He's got his katanas. He's got, you name it. And there's a lot of nice little touches there for anybody that knows Deadpool, the character. So you see him do his launcher move there. That's actually, he yells Shoryuken. You remember a certain panel in the comics where he's Shoryuken Kitty Pryde. He has Shoryuken here in this game as well.
Nice.
Of course, he's Deadpool, so he does a lot of talking to the player, the player, looking right into the screen and saying, you idiot, you hit the wrong button, or, you're out there sitting on your fat butt while I'm in here working my butt off. Stuff like that, and we'll see some more fourth wall surprises, but the voice acting and everything else has been great. They just showed us off another new feature that's just a lot of fun. It's part of our air tag system. In the air, you can use the air combo button, which is just a regular attack like you had in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or you can hit a direction with it and tag in an opponent and bounce the opponent off the wall and tag in one of your teammates and cycle all the way through to get some really high-flying air combos. A lot of new possibilities.
So you guys seem pretty proud of what you've done with Deadpool as far as a character. Are there any other ideas you have for future characters and like how you want to?
Oh, there's a million. But yeah, Deadpool right now is probably our most finished character, so that's why it's a lot of fun for me to look at him. Dante's coming along pretty well. We've had a great reaction to the game, but the best part is that we're so far away from actually being done. Like, we're a year out, so everything you see here, just even in some of the builds I've got that we're not showing off here, looks sharper, better, more characters, more fleshed out in every way. So I'm really looking forward to see where it ends up.
So far, when you're seeing people here playing it on the show floor, what kind of players are playing it best? Is it Tatsunoko players, returning Marvel players?
It's the Marvel guys so far that have been dominating. So the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 players are a bloodthirsty breed. We've got the editor-in-chief of Shoryuken.com out there taking notes and taking names because he's definitely putting down some beatdowns. He plays both of those games. But basically, this is it's definitely a Marvel game. So we've got the 4 attack buttons, 2 assist buttons, and rolling it all in from there. All the core systems from Marvel vs. Capcom are back, plus some new ones. We've got a new way for if you get knocked down to one character, you have a new comeback mechanic where you can activate basically a damage boost and kind of a cancel technique. So you have a chance to sort of even the playing fields, because that was one of the things that stunk about Marvel 2. If you took a beat down and were down to your last man, it was very hard to come back. So we've kept that in mind and a bunch of other new features. Here they come again.
So one of the things that you were describing to me earlier was the when you do like in the last game, you press both assist buttons, all your guys come out for a super move. It was basically never used.
Yeah.
Just because it was kind of goofy. But in this one, there was something that you changed about it, right?
Yeah. Well, it's sort of what I love about these characters is it's full of really emergent properties. So it's something that was really a bit by design, but a bit by fortuitous accident. So a lot of what was great about Marvel 2 was basically happy accidents. But yeah, what you're talking about here is the team supers. In Chris Redfield's case, yeah, he launches all these grenades and they're still flying around while your point characters can move. So you can attack while his supers are still on screen. A million possibilities.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting for sure. So it's looking great. I don't know, any last words you want to tell me about the game? When can we expect it?
We're looking at spring 2011, and it's going to be on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
Right on.
Thanks for that awesome demonstration, Seth. Now, if that fighting madness didn't get your blood pumping, how about a little rage? No, we're not talking about road rage, even though we are here in LA. We're talking about id Software's latest shooter. You'll definitely want to check this out. Coming up next.